an announcement. We have a new director. We have my good friend Cynthia. Say hello, Cynthia.
Hello.
Doesn't mean that my husband won't be joining us sometimes to direct, but I really like it that it's Cynthia instead. So today we're going to do 2 different types of pickles. These are going to be quick pickles that are going to be in the refrigerator. We're not canning them today. We will cover canning soon. One's going to be more of a traditional pickle, and one's going to be kind of a non-traditional pickle. And let's start with the non-traditional one first with lavender pickles. We have a big lavender plant out in front of our house, and I really wanted to utilize it in a different way, and I started making this very simple recipe several years ago, and in fact we serve it on our cheese boards at the shop. So it's a really simple recipe, only contains a few ingredients, and the first thing that you need is your jar. Remember, you have to clean, wash it. You don't need to sterilize it, we're not canning, but just make sure it's very clean. I like Persian cucumbers, but you can use the regular cucumbers, or if you have lemon cucumbers or whatever. I just cut them in the shape that I like, which I like these served as sticks. I'm just going to put them into my jar. Sometimes tilting the jar over helps. I like it so much more cutting in the sunshine. I feel like we're all cooped up. There we go. And I've washed all the cucumbers. I'm trimming off the blossom end of the cucumber. And I always inspect my fruit or whatever I'm working with just to make sure that there aren't any blemishes or areas of decay. My rule of thumb is when in doubt, throw it out. If you see something, you're like, I don't know if that's good, just get rid of it. So, finish cutting. So next thing I want to do is add my lavender. You know, since this is a different kind of herb to use when pickling, just use a small amount and use this as like your starter batch. And if you want it with more lavender, obviously add more. If you want less, add less. And I'm using fresh lavender because I think it looks really pretty in the jar, but if you do have dried, that's fine too. You're not going to get it wrong. But if you do use dried, you don't really need to use that much. I would say maybe about half a teaspoon to start off with. See, isn't that already pretty? I'm using a couple flowers, mostly for visuals. And then I will use, gotta stop saying, I will use the sprig in the center, hide that. So I'm just gonna put a small sprig in here, up on top. Pretty, right? And then I'm gonna add a small amount, about a teaspoon worth of salt. Sprinkle that on top. Then I'm going to fill it 2/3 full of cider vinegar. I personally like cider vinegar. If you only have white vinegar, that's fine too. I would kind of steer away from using like a red wine vinegar or a balsamic because you're going to totally change the color of the item. And I think what makes this so beautiful is the color of the cucumbers. So 1/3, and then some water, and we're done. What we do need to do now is put this in the refrigerator and wait. And what I like to do is every day taste it, see if it's the strength that you like. I'll give it a little shake and just put it in the fridge, and after about 4 or 5 days it'll start getting stronger. But hopefully by that point you've eaten half of your jar of cucumbers, and that is a simple lavender pickle.